Trump has announced on his Truth Social platform that he has selected the junior senator from Ohio, J.D. Vance, as his vice presidential nominee for the 2024 election.
I'm a never Trump guy. I never liked it.
Who actually is J.D. Vance, and what does his nomination mean for voters? Did he accept the results of the 2020 election, and has he committed to accepting the results of the 2024 election? Vance is a former member of the U.S. Marine Corps who later became a successful businessman and wrote the best-selling memoir Hillbilly Elegy. He then won his bid for U.S. Senate in 2022. Vance has a long history of supporting far-right conspiracy theories about the 2020 election, as well as anti-voting policies and laws. In an interview with ABC News' George Stephanopoulos, Vance said that if he were vice president during the 2020 election, he would not have certified the election for Joe Biden.
Had you been vice president on January 6th, would you have certified the election results?
Oh, George, this is such a ridiculous question. If I had been vice president, I would have told the states like Pennsylvania, Georgia, and so many others that we needed to have multiple slates of electors, and I think the U.S. Congress should have fought over it from there.
Back in a May interview with CNN, Vance hedged when asked point blank if he would accept the results of the 2024 election. Vance told CNN's Dana Bash that he would only accept the results of the upcoming election if we have a free and fair election.
I totally plan to accept the results of 2024. I think that Donald Trump will be the victory. And if it's a free and fair election, if we have a free and fair election, I'll accept the results.
Even if Joe Biden wins?
Sure. If it's a free and fair election, I will accept the result.
Vance, of course, did not say what he believes qualifies as a free and fair election or what standards must be met in order for him to accept the results. Trump and the Republican Party have already been laying the groundwork to contest the results of the upcoming election through unfounded claims of illegal voting, which will presumably only be used to contest the election if they lose. Despite numerous claims of voter fraud in both the 2020 and 2022 elections, no such evidence has been found to support these claims. Trump and his allies lost 64 lawsuits trying to overturn the 2020 election. But you don't have to take our word for it. You can read all of the lawsuits and court documents for yourself at democracydocket.com. You can click the link right here to read them. In 2022, Vance's campaign for Senate ran a television ad that falsely claimed that undocumented immigrants coming into the country are illegally voting in our elections.
Joe Biden's open border is killing Ohioans, with more illegal drugs and more Democrat voters pouring into this country.
Vance's rhetoric in the ad lines up with a recent effort by Republicans in Congress to pass new legislation to prohibit non-citizens from voting in federal elections, despite the fact that it's already illegal. A right-wing myth that has led to the passage of a nationwide proof of citizen bill out of the U.S. House. It's not the only controversial idea that Vance has when it comes to the state of U.S. elections. In July of 2021, shortly after Vance announced his candidacy for U.S. Senate, he proposed an idea to give parents extra votes in elections to represent their children of non-voting age as a response to some Democrats calling to lower the voting age to 16. Most recently, Vance has chimed in on the Heritage Foundation's controversial Project 2025, the massive 920-page far-right blueprint to overhaul the federal government during the next Republican presidency.
Now, I think most Americans couldn't care less about Project 2025. I've reviewed a lot of it. There's some good ideas in there.
Project 2025 is full of numerous radical proposals that would fundamentally alter the federal government, including a federal abortion ban, eliminating the Department of Education, stripping tens of thousands of federal civil servants of worker protections, and cutting a number of programs and protections that would impact millions of Americans. A number of proposals in Project 2025 would have serious consequences for American democracy and voting. J.D. Vance is an election denier who supports anti-voting policies and has not firmly committed to accepting the results of the 2024 election. Let's be clear, a Trump-Vance administration is a threat to our democracy. Thanks for watching Democracy Docket. If you want to stay up to date on the latest voting and election news, make sure to subscribe to our newsletters. And if you want to support our work, consider becoming a member. You can click the link on the screen or in the description of this video. I'm Sophie, and I'll see you next time.